Am I supposed to start us off?
Yeah.
Do you want me to ask the first question?
Oh,
Okay. This might be the same question I'm going to ask.
How much has the experience that you guys have been through 15 and 16 help in these games where it's not a must-win game, but it's pretty close to must-win?
Actually, it's funny you bring that up because what was talked about a lot was 2016. A very similar situation. We won the first round in 5 games, came in and just got licked by the Islanders in game 1. And the Islanders had fought through a big series, I think it was against Florida, and then came in right in and played us and beat us. And so to draw off a few things, that was one of them. It's not the first time we won a playoff series and lost game 1. It happened in Detroit, a couple year. I think it's happened. Well, I have the Rangers too, yeah. So it's happened. It's not. Trust me, it's not ideal. You're not hoping for that to happen, but we've been through that before, and so when you've gone through those situations, you've probably got a little confidence that okay, once that game's over and we lost, we know it's a must-win, but we've been through this before.
John, how much consideration between games did you give to maybe switching points line off with the Bergeron?
0. I honestly didn't. And I've been asked that question quite a bit in the last 3 days, but I said it before, like Pointer's line was a -5. He wasn't, if you really dissect what happened, he was, we didn't have him really on for causing a scoring chance against that entire game. And it's, watch that line check the best lines in the league all year. And there was no reason to sit here and say, they had one game to panic and say they can't do it. We know they can do it. We have faith in them, and I thought they were outstanding tonight. And he clearly was not -5 tonight.
Why was he so effective at raising his game to that challenge after all the chatter following game 1?
I think you've watched him play enough this year, and kid's a hockey player, and he competes hard, and trust me, if there was any talk of pulling them off that line, I think those 3 guys would have marched right into my room and said, "What are you doing?" But it's a challenge because the line they're playing against is a really good line, and it's been a war between those two for 2 games, and they got the better of them in game 1, and our guys got the better of them in game 2. So it's what happens when you got a bunch of good hockey players going against each other.
That 5-on-3 penalty kill was so big, Cooper. Specifically, Ryan Callahan on that. I mean, how critical was he?
Well, okay, so the points line did a great job tonight, and as all our lines did. But if you're really going to break the game down, they get a minute 45, 5-on-3, and you need your goalie to be your best kind of penalty killer. But there Ryan Callahan was right with them, and just his sacrifice, and that's a tough job to have, to be that guy that's got to go out there and do that. And there's turning points in the game, and that was early to be a turning point, but who knows how that goes if they score on that. And just an outstanding effort by him. And once that penalty kill, we got through that, you could tell we were a confident group, and that was led by Ryan.
What does it do for the confidence of this team, the fact that it wasn't the Cooch line and Stamkos that led this team to a critical win in game 2?
Well, you have to look and sit here and think that 8 teams that are left, it's not one line that does it all. It's even for the Bruins. They'll be the first to tell you it's not Bergeron's line every night that gets it done for them. They had 113 or 112 points, whatever it was, because they've got other lines that can do it, and you need all your lines. And some nights, some of your big boys aren't going to be on the score sheet, and you need other guys to pick them up, because a lot of nights they're on the score sheet picking everybody else up. That's just the way it goes. And probably gets dissected a little bit more because everybody's watching in the playoffs. But those guys have lifted us so many times. Other guys came through tonight.
You kind of publicly challenged harder on those guys. How much did you challenge them behind those doors?
Challenge. it was it, and they rose to the occasion.
Johnson, how much was that play by Blunt, the back check?
Well, we're singling out point here, but you can't. Let's talk about Johnson first of all. He got beaten the Marchand goal, the fourth goal, which is a critical goal, and he took it personally, and I thought really elevated his game. And then you can't say enough about Palat and kind of that unsung hero, and he knows he had a big opportunity at the end of the second period in game one in that situation to score and didn't. And I know he wanted retribution and he got it and scored that third goal, and obviously that was a big one for us because we needed it. But he does so many of those things that oftentimes don't turn out on the score sheet. When he does get the goal, you're just fired up for him. But another just 200-foot player, he makes it hard on other top guys, and it was a really good time.
John, is there a premium now on the second, third, and fourth lines, since both first lines are concentrated on checked out, like tonight? Second and third and the fourth lines, as you roll them, become premium now going forward.
Well, you need your line. Like, ice time's not divided equally. All right, so there are lines that are going to play more than others, but guys know their roles, and especially now going on the road. Who knows what Butch is going to do with his lines, but everybody's. We're not going to be able to dictate who's going out there, but you can't change the way you play. Respect your opponent and who you're going against, but be better. Like, you got to be better than them. And I thought tonight we gave everybody a lot of ice time. Nobody really sat on the bench. Everybody was engaged, and that's going to happen when we get to game 3.
Given the Rays' pressure to win this game, Yanni scoring the first goal, how important was it to kind of set the tone where they had Boston chasing you guys all night on the scoreboard?
I'm sorry, what's it?
Yanni scoring first.
Well, it was, for us, the big thing we talked about was let's get the lead and make them chase us instead of us having to chase them. And so I thought that was huge, us getting the lead. We gave it right back, unfortunately, but we did get that second one. And so you got to make them hopefully play a little different, make them chase you, make them press. And, they had to. And I thought it gave us, and we had some great looks. We had some unreal opportunities, and they were blocking shots, or their goalie was making the saves. And but it's much better playing with the lead than without.
Good.